1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Am I coming online? All right. It looks like I am. Oh, need these bad boys. Hello, hello. Okay, so hi Peter. Right, let me see where I am here. Check to make sure this is working. Hi. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Hi, John. Guys, okay. Hi, everyone. Well, we'll give everybody a chance to get in here. I'm going to turn this on. Make sure everything's working okay. Check this. Get this up. Get this up. Make sure the other sound is working. If I go to Davin's video, just to check my sound while you're all coming in here. Is that working? It is.
Sorry, I could not try.
God, there's some beautiful scenes in this.
Both.
Okay, Peter, John, and Dave, Aerial Photography. Guys, welcome to tonight's live chat. I am very excited to have you with me this evening. Let me just do a quick review. That's okay, and this is okay, and yes. So while people are joining us, now let me get the chat on over here so as I can keep an eye on things. I should really open up another screen, have my chat there, and thus keep an eye on it while you're, yeah, I'll try that. Let me see if this works. If I pop this out here, if I go there and I pop that out, that would stay there, and then I can see everybody. And if I do that, and if I do this, me and drone video review, if I go there, oh, wrong one, I go here. All right, good. Now you're talking. Now we're talking. This is going to be a bit easier. Okay, folks, so if I go to this one, all right, so we're letting people join us here as we're going on. And if I go to this one, folks, there's been a lot happening in the YouTube world, hasn't there? So if you want any of your own videos reviewed, if you've done anything new, let me know and we'll get to it. In the meantime, I have some questions I need to ask. Okay, first of all, I hope that you've all downloaded the free PDF checklist for your drone takeoff. And guys, this Tuesday past, I got out with my drone. Hooray! For the first time all year. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. And I've actually, I'm going to do two things. And the two things that I'm going to do is I've done a whole vlog style episode where I've gone along and I'm going to talk you through it, and that's going to happen hopefully next week. Tomorrow, the last in the Italy series will go live, just for you to see how that went. That's Florence and Milan, so I hope you enjoy that. And then I'm going to upload, I have it already uploaded because I wanted to upload it tonight so that you guys would be able to get a look at it. So let me see if I can do this without messing up too much. All right, so here it is. Improve this video. All right, I've sent it to a few people. I want your opinion on this, guys, because now's your chance to correct it for me. Okay, so Dean, Rigger, Walker's Drone Videos, John, Dave, Peter, everyone is here. I want you to give me some feedback to see if I need to improve stuff. Now, I don't have the original footage on this computer. It's in my office computer. So I'm taking out a page here so as I take notes in case you guys have anything that you'd like to tell me about it. But I'd like you to watch it for me, and I hope you don't mind. Okay, so it's not live yet. It's an unlisted video, but I'm still very interested that you see it. Now, I wonder, is there a way? That's too big. That's too big. I wonder, if I do it like that, what happens? What happens? Okay. Oh, I could actually make it slightly bigger here. If I do this, what happens? All right. We pop it over like that. Okay. It's not too bad. See that okay? Lagging in the video feed. I know. I don't know how to get around that. Is it my internet connection or what the story is? So take into consideration that what you're going to see here has actually got its buttery smooth footage. Okay? So I'm hoping that it works out fine. I want you to listen to it because this year, for me, it's all about sound effects. It's all about audio because my audio has been pretty poor. And it's also about bringing some decent color correction into the drone videos so that we can better them. I have been busy with work, but I have made time to get out. So I'm very, very keen to get your feedback on this. Okay? That's while everybody's joining us in this live stream. Keith, you can also pop in with your opinion, hopefully. And yes, so, okay. I know that I'm slightly over in the corner here, so let's go. All right. Well, Patrick, if you give us the link, we can watch it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Silly me, of course. If I pop it into the chat, Command C, and I pop it over here and go Command V, bada bing, bada boom. There you go. There you go. All right. So this is what I want you to look at it. I want you to give me either here or on the I'm going to go through it anyway, and you can comment on it now. Afterwards, you can watch it properly if the sound or the video quality isn't great. It's only 2 minutes and 18 seconds. I'm going to give this to the tourist board and see what they think of it. Okay? So Andy, you've popped in. Stick around to see. This is my latest. This is my first drone outing of the year. I have got all of the other footage. This is what I've come up with. Okay? And I want you to I've at the beginning, so people, John's already watching it. Okay, so John, the very first scene, I have wind sound effect. I have let me remind myself when I'm playing it here. I have the forest, hence you hear the birds. I've worked on my titles. Okay, now these are titles that come, I've just, audio is a bit too loud. In general, Peter? As you start to see, it's a pity I don't have my, I really need to fix this so that you can see this arrow. Does any of you guys know how I can, do you fancy doing a few location flights in Downpatrick and Strand? Plenty of good look. Yes. Yes, Rigger, I may have a day or two over Easter. So if you're about, perhaps we could make that happen. But we could talk about that later. So does anyone know how I can on OBS get my arrow bit more? I like it, but yeah, as Peter said, a bit more subtle. Okay, John, good enough point. I'm away again on the 4th of April. Well, we'll get back to that conversation, Rigger. Okay, so that will work. All right, well, Monday and Tuesday, I'm busy because I have to take over the shop so as the girls can get off for a couple of days. My wife heads up to the Antrim coast with, I need to try OBS. Yes, the OBS is good for the live streaming, but there's a way, so that might happen. I'm watching it on a split screen. Excellent footage. Okay, right. I'm getting confused here, so this is important that I get good feedback from you guys that know what is going on. And for me, it was important. This is just a little bit. I wish that my video feed was not delayed to the audio. Right, well, you can, I've popped the link, Andy, up above there for you. If you scroll on up a bit, I'll pop it in again. And you can watch it at your own leisure there. I haven't made any videos for a while. Well, believe it or not, love the colours at 50. They have this feel. Some of the older camera films. Yeah, I film my drone footage in DCinelike, and that of course was given to me, that idea, by the guys over in Drone Film School in Scotland. So, and then I do individual color correction. I do individual color correction of each frame first, so I adjust the highlights and the shadows and the mid-tones. And then when I have that correct, I add a LUT just to bring out, just to follow some sort of coherent and cohesive theme. So that's the story with the color in this video. I would love to know how I can pop out in my settings. I don't want to mess this up, but I need to be hide cursor over projectors. No, I want hide cursor, make projectors also, save projectors. That's not good. That's general. The stream, the output, hotkeys, no, video, advanced. I want to enable you to be able to see, and I know there's a way of doing it. Perhaps it's in, let me just try one last thing here, folks. If I go into the properties, add, if I go into the properties, show when, no, it doesn't, darn it. I really want to get that. That's what I do as well, Patrick. Minutes, the LUT. I haven't delved into the LUT territory yet. Minus, rather. On the phone, and the link won't open. Oh, okay. Pat, my own taste would be 2/3 or half the volume on the sound effects. All right. Well, the LUT is at the end now. I think you need to do some basic color correction first and foremost before you start. Like, a LUT isn't just a blanket solution to bad filming or bad colors. I think you need to do a little bit first on each individual shot, and then add it at the end just to enhance it. So, okay, I'm adding one of my new videos, and I'll be using the same sound effect, the Arctic winds. Right, well, so I've got the winds there. I think I've used two different winds at two different times. I use an eerie wind feature whenever I'm using my GH4 in the forest. Right, so I'll go back to this again. I like the music. Footstep crunching is a bit loud. The footstep is actually my own. I filmed it directly with my camera, and then I just separated the audio. I like the water. I like the water or birds or wind. Yes, I'm using Final Cut Pro. That's what I added with, and I just started with that one, so I'll have to continue with it. It's one of those things. Yes, too loud. But like on, okay, when I'm I'd love to be able to get the cursor here to explain why I put it in. Okay, very good quality video overall. Right, I like the general sort of feedback here. Sound effects more subtle would further improve it. Okay, Del Burn, I want you to also get that. So anyone who's joining us, please do check out this video at your leisure. Pop in some feedback. I think you can comment. Can you comment? Even if it's an unlisted video, you should be able to. And I'm going to give the final edit tomorrow. I would like to be able to say, it sounds like Bigfoot. Well, I got big feet. That's the problem. That's what I got to deal with. So, okay, back to the. I want to go back to the beginning. I'll invite you, for those of you who. Okay, so all right, so I'm getting a general feel from everyone that I got to work on the sound effects. So any of you sound gurus, please. So you're saying half the sound for the sound effects. Well, that's okay. The music starts off subtly anyway and comes in. I actually wanted the first few seconds to have no music. After about 3 or 4 seconds, I bring in the music. The more subtle, the better. Okay. Big shoes. I knew somebody was going to make. Yeah. Oh dear. All right. So what I did here is I'm adding in. So you just start to see in the top corner here, I need this cursor to work because this is really not helping, and I need it for your videos too, because I'm pointing here with my cursor but it's not showing on your screens, and I really do want it to, so as I can explain. The river sort of comes into view, okay, and that's when I add here, that's when I add the stream. So I've got wind, forest effect. I've got 3 different sound effects in there. I've got the wind, I've got the forest, and I've got the water. And then that is the crunchy sound. That's definitely too high. Okay. Then, of course, this part you're hovering over, that's the steps down to the waterfall in the cave. So that's why I've used a different type of audio. I like music with a tiny bit of a crescendo. So that's what I'm doing, and that's why I added in the footage of me just arriving to the place. My face doesn't appear in it at all because I thought the link was to tell me how to improve the video stream delay. Crunching, yeah, got it guys, crunching is too loud. Okay, so just to repeat regarding the color correction. This is a little tiny bit of GoPro session footage. I was going to add some under the water effect there, but it just didn't sound right. So I just left it as it was there. And then back to, that's the GH5 in slow-mo. It was pretty dark down there, so I had to highlight the whites a little and try to bring back the blacks as much as I could. And I just tried to do the midtones slightly so that I wouldn't blow out the greens, because green can become very saturated if you're not careful. That's only my opinion. This drone footage is actually in reverse, and the reason why it's in reverse is because I watched, again, this is all YouTube, this is all the University of YouTube. University of YouTube, guys. I saw a technique where they said that it's important that to kind of follow a sequence of shots. So this shot was actually filmed that way, but because the next two shots are going that way, I decided I would keep a coherent fashion, sort of going from left to right. So that was the idea behind that. And I chose the bit, there is a bit more, oh, what happened there? Yes, there is a bit more drone footage. On this, I started with, well, revealing the tree and the logs just to have some sort of point of interest. And as soon as the tree disappears, then as the point of interest, then I move on to the next shot, which happens to coincide with the music, which I wanted to do. I think they're only like 2 or 3 second clips each. Again, using something, a point of interest being the rock. And then the bit of a, yeah, the last scene looks a wee bit overexposed. Is that what you're saying, Andy? This one. It's this bloody sky. Like it was a pretty grey day. Oh, I'm looking at the cliff face there more than the tree. Oh, in the first part of it. Yeah, okay. And the rocks look beautiful. They're very well exposed there, I think. Okay, but the sky, guys, it was a grey day with. It was a grey day with no clouds, just an old, bland, horrible sky. There was no interest. So the eye is drawn more to the rock than the tree, okay. So, which is good, because I don't want you looking up in this little corner here where I have this guy. I don't know how to get. No, I had an ND filter on. I actually still have it on here. I'll just check. The filter that I have on here is the 4. So I only had the ND4 on because of the fact that I only had the ND filter on 4 because it was a grey day. And it was just to help my points of saturation. And that's another question which I have to ask, guys. When you use ND filters, okay, I don't even know, is there an ISO setting? I think there is. I have the white balance set to auto. And I wonder, does that affect the fact that you have your ND filters on then? Because it will adjust accordingly. Like, should I be setting it to a setting? I throw that out there. That should be quite strong, especially polarizing maybe. See, I don't really understand the difference. Don't do auto white balance, especially if you've ND filters on. I ask, because this is not related to the filters. Don't do, right? So you know, I did a test once with 3 or 4 ND filters on a really sunny day, and to be honest, the footage more or less looked the same. So that's what I'm trying to work out. I'll throw it out there. If anyone wants to email me with some suggestions regarding that, I would be most grateful. If I open up your guys thing here, Tom's Tack Time. Like, oh, can I show you the guys this? I don't think I can. Like, Tom's Tack Time says that you should have the auto white balance, and the -2 D-log he uses enabling the Instagram and the grid lines which I have. I just am a little bit confused. Polarizing means that the light coming from one polarization is filtered out. That usually helps with reflections. Okay, polarizing lens. Great, being great in dull and D-Log. Well, I use D-Cinelike as opposed to D-Log only because the GH5 also does D-Cinelike eventually. Right, let's just continue on with this. Oh, what have I done now? Alright. And then I've done a bit of a fast. Auto white balance is good on the P4. As far as I know, happy to be. Right, keep throwing them in here, guys, because I really need to know. And then I do a bit of a crescendo then towards the end. And then I boom with my main drone shot, which is the actual waterfall, and then going up from it. So, and I add, of course, the fountain sound. Drone tech, it can't get weird effects if you change in exposure. For example, you get the sun in the scene. Yeah. I'm going to have to experiment a bit with this. Okay, so this last shot here, let me run you through what I did here for those of you that are... Alright, so I start off with the waterfall sound as it's going up. Then as I start to see the river in the background, I change it from a waterfall to the just the running river sound effect. See, so you hear that change, and then as I get a little bit up above it, I add the wind, which you would imagine there's going to be more wind, and the forest sound effect. I like D-Cinelike, guys. I think that's the one to use. That's really it. And that sound effect there is a windy, it's more of a eerie wind in the forest. And then I got a little bit of a signature done there at the at the end. Just I didn't know what to do. Get in there. Oh, I need to work on that one. Anyway, right, D-Cinelike is nice, but D-Log gives you more dynamic range, and only on my camera do I use S-Log 2, which is more like D-Log, so I'm used to working in those flat profiles. Well, D-Cinelike seems pretty flat to me too. Anyway, guys, that's the video that I've been working on. You know, I'm trying to do a little bit. Look at the way it's saying Patrick Conlon is now live. Isn't that pretty cool? Jeez, I didn't even add that. It says only 8 people watching. It's only 8 people watching. It says 18 on mine. Anyway, so that's that. That's what hopefully mine will improve. I need to get faster upload speeds. Well, are you doing live streams now, or what's the story, Andy? Oh, he's away. All right, okay, Jagger Scott. So that's what we were doing. We were looking at. Please do feel free to email me or to pop a comment down below with any real constructive criticism on your behalf towards me, so that I can better this, because that's the name of the game. I am going to do a vlog style video for this. I do have one going out tomorrow morning, which is just the last part of the run the Italy trip, which I didn't bring my drone anyway. So he did a live stream on Tuesday. I'd be like, oh, all right, why was I not advised of that? That's weird. Tuesday. Anyway, guys, look at this. Look at this. Look. Now remember, some of you have signed up to the document which I am currently preparing, which are the best cinematic drone shots to have on the list, because I think that if we go out with a list of shots that we have to try and take on each outing, it's going to give us more flexibility when it comes to editing our drone footage later. Would you agree with that? The reason why I say that is because it's quite easy to think, did I do a shot like that? Did I do one coming backwards? Did I do one where I'm tilting and the camera down as I'm going over something? Did I do a reveal shot? You know, there's quite a few different bits and bobs. So I think it all needs to go into a document so that we can learn. So that's what I'm working on. But this guy here has got some great drone shots up his sleeve. Now, I met him last year at the Power of Video conference in Belfast, which I had a chance to chat to him, and yeah, all was good. So from that point of view, I think that he's pretty good at all of this. He films in something like 8K for future posterity. Jeepers, oh, I'm just getting 4K. I wonder, right, another thing, did I upload this in 4K is what I want to know. Quality. Like, that's only 1080p. I thought I uploaded that in 4K. Another question that I have for you is that if you are, like, I'm not filming my drone footage in 4K. I am filming everything else. How long ago did you upload it? How long ago did you, are you talking to me, John, or are you talking to somebody else? It takes time to render through as 4K on YouTube. Oh, does it? Right. I could have swore I exported that as a 4K file from Final Cut. Now, the drone footage is in 24 frames per second or whatever it might be, whatever those settings are. The GH5 naturally comes in at 4K, and then I exported it as 4K. Does that mean that the drone footage would then also kind of upgrade? Is the question I ask. About shot types, maybe I will make a list. Yes, nice. Remember about the shot types. Yes, what's your frame setting on the drone? God, you guys are putting me on the spot here. I think it's 24. What do I say? 30 frames per second, sorry. 30 frames per second is what it is. Right, so the document that we're working on at the moment is all of the different types of drone shots that we can all easily practice when we're out doing a shoot. Yesterday from 4K 25 to 1080, 50 frames, which is much smoother. See, this is the thing, it is much smoother. But then can it be up? Can you render upwards at the end when you're exporting it is my question. If everything else is shot in 4K, usually within half an hour or so of uploading the video should be full quality originally uploaded. Well, I uploaded this just a couple of hours ago, just when I finished work, so as I could show it to you guys this evening. So that's kind of, lads, YouTube has 5K as well. What? My God. What are you talking about, 5K? So it only goes up if it has that quality. Right, well, let's see. What does your man have here? Settings. See, he has 4K there. So can I watch that in 4K? Is that going to make it better? Or is it going to make it render in a different way?
The one traveller. Long I stood, and looked down one, as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth.
No, that's not working there like that. I think I'll just leave it at this size. Okay, give me your opinion about the old poetry, because I'm thinking, you know, that would be a good idea. You can upload on your editor to 4K. Okay, yeah. That's what I do. I choose that in my editing and then just export it that way. All right. Do you mind if we take a look at this? You haven't
Two
sent me
roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be
Quite
the one
laggy,
traveller.
isn't it?
Long I stood, and looked down one, as far as I could,
I just want to get
to where
to
it
the...
bent in the undergrowth.
I want to get to the first bit of drone footage. Okay, look at this for a shot. And where is Andy now? Sure, look, that's blown out. That sky's very white. That's pretty blown out. So, I mean, what was giving me a hard time about a few minutes ago? Huh? When this guy, who's the master of drones, it seems to be pretty white there. But look at the way he comes in. There's his wife is just here coming in, and then he's adjusting the drone as she's walking, and he's revealing this sea stack at the same time. Oh, perfecto.
Then took
Then he cuts back to her.
to where it bent in the undergrowth.
You gotta admit that it's pretty good. And he has the sound effect of the ocean.
Then took the other,
But as you say, it's a lot more subtle. As you guys were saying to me there. Just hear that again.
to where it bent in the undergrowth.
Yeah.
Then took the other.
Another great quality video, but 15 minutes is way too long. I know he was criticised a bit for that in the comment section.
It's just as fair.
But I mean, you know, he did produce a lot of videos when he was over last year for that. He did one on Skellig Michael for the Star Wars for Tourism Ireland. So he did quite a bit. Sound effects shouldn't overpower the music. That's what we're seeing here.
And having perhaps the better claim.
Like, hear the way that door opened. Even though
Because
the door was already opened in that shot.
Then took the other.
Was that one a wee bit higher?
Then took the other.
Like, it actually sounds like the sea got a little bit stronger
It's just
there.
as fair. And having
Okay, let's hear the sound. Look at that shot even.
perhaps the better claim.
See, the door was already
Because
open.
it was grassy and wanted wear.
Okay, look at this shot. Also beautiful drone footage. She's standing not on the path, but on the side of the cliff. And watch the angle of the drone.
Though as for the passing there,
It's
I'd warn them
rotating
really about the same.
and staying on her as it moves. And revealing the other side. Oh man, what a shot. Is there a name for that shot? That's what I want to include in this document. That's Tully Castle. I did that one last year. He actually brought in from the last frame the audio. Okay, let's see. After this, he's already started to bring in the audio, which seems like the carriage, the horse and cart. He could have added the horse going by, couldn't he? Ah, we'll have to pop that into the old comment section. Oh, they're called J&L cuts. Peter, you should be doing this live stream, not me. Oh, he did put in a sound effect of the horse, I think. Yes, I heard a can be operated by two. Okay, John, very good, very good. The Inspire 2 can be operated by two users. One flies while the other controls the camera panning to get the shot. Gotcha! Entendido, amigo. That's what he was doing. I like this, look, getting a shot of the actual map. But I'm planning to make a video series how to edit drone footage, explaining some of the basic terms such as J&L cuts and speed ramping. Peter, ánimo pues, como dicen in Mexico. Go for it. You shouldn't really need to yaw the camera when the whole body can yaw. That's why, that's the way we fly the ROVs at work. Bah! Ringer's coming in there with some boom with my big beast that I use. Well, actually, you can do those kind of shots with some of the intelligent flight modes or use autopilot as an app. Yeah, I know that. Like you can track the person, isn't that right? Would that be Premiere Pro? Oh, Mika's just popping in here at the end, staying silent during the whole live stream, or perhaps he's just popped in. Hola, ¿qué tal todo en Nueva York? There we go. The only reason you need a second operator to do zoom shots and focusing. There you go. 40 lorries in a row. Okay, do you like that shot with the map? Now this is... Okay. See this next shot. There's no way he got permission to do that shot. Okay, so we've got... Right. That is... What do you call that place? That's the castle over in Tullamore. I took a nice photo of it a few years ago. And then this coastline, look at that. And he's got that going on. And there's the birdies. Nice sound effect. Again, even that, like, it's not just a simple drone shot. See that? He's just moving it slightly as he's going around there. Nice and soft. And then, of course, points of interest. And then he's back to this one. She's blurred. The castle's in focus. I like this shot here now, where the grass is in focus.
And both that morning, equally late.
Oh, she's still talking about her little poem.
In leaves no step had trodden
I think
black.
that's Park Castle.
I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how...
And that's on Skellig Michael. I've been there a few times. My God, the trip out in the boat would kill you.
way leads on to way.
I'm not very good on those boats.
I doubted if I should.
And for him... Oh, look, there's like one of those Napoleonic towers. You know, is that somebody there? Wonder is he controlling the drone from there?
Ever come back.
There's the bird going past. That's a nice shot. See, he always has the person in the shot to add that interest. Like, are we making a mistake by not having someone along with us? Look.
I shall be
Boom.
telling this with
He was flying along
sight.
there.
somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood,
See, he always has that same sort of shot.
and I,
That looks like the Gap of Dunlow, doesn't
I took
it?
the one less travelled by,
And then
and
the
that
sun
has made all
comes
the
in.
difference.
Right, well listen lads, that was great. I've gone over the mark regarding time. Watch that video, see the shots that he gets. I'm going to continue to study it. Perhaps we'll do a little bit more of it as next week, or again send me the links to your recent videos and we'll go through that. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all the advice, and I'll work on that. I gotta sort out those sound effects tomorrow morning, and then I'll re-upload it. And yeah, again, I'm going to pop in the link to the one that I've just completed if you want to take a look at that. Rigger, are we going to perhaps do something around the Wednesday or Thursday of Easter, perhaps? That might work. I have a friend that lives down in close to Carlingford, so I could stay with him on one of the evenings. That would work. So we'll see anyway. Let's see if we can make that happen. Guys, thank you for joining me. Please do remember to like this video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you haven't, and all of that. Just subscribe to everybody else who's in the chat. And I will catch us all again next week, and let's see what we can do. And my email is info@upscalemarketing.co.uk. info@upscalemarketing.co.uk. Alright, away to Scotland from the 24th to the 30th. I don't know, I haven't got my calendar opened here to see what way the dates are. This would be Easter week, because my other friend is away on another trip. Up again. Alright, is this the email? Is the email in the channel info? It is, yes. Oh, you're away from the 24th to the 30th, which is fine. We're talking here about the 4th, 5th or 6th of April. I'm away on the 10th to Spain, so I'll be missing that. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it, guys. Thank you for joining me. I hope you got some good tips while you were going through my own video as to why I did what I did. And I appreciate all of the advice that you've given me towards that. And we will catch you again next week. Thank you for joining. Rigger says, I'm away on the 4th. So you're only there from, when are you back? To the 30th. Let's see. Back on the 30th and away on the 4th. On the Monday and Tuesday I can't. Back on the 30th, that's not going to work then. Oh well, sure, we'll do it. I won't be coming on a travel day then. Okay, well sure, listen, we'll do it someday during the summer. No worries, man. Tranqui, Frankie. Tranquilo. Sereno Moreno. Alright, I'll see you all later. And thank you for joining me. And goodbye. Alright. Okay, let's go. Boom.